against our people. Does it sound good?
Yeah, that's why
I need this
right
this
there. Yeah, right there. Right there. Give me a second.
Give me a 1 in the chat. All right. Give me a 1 in the chat. I ain't even go live on TikTok, Pete.
Oh, no. The sound is locked here. Sound is jammed up.
No sweat. All right, bear with me, Israel. I got to set up the TikTok real quick. All right. Ratazar caught me off guard here. Caught me off guard. Okay, it's all good. You don't get it.
Yeah. And let me check the sound again. Yeah, let me check the sound again.
We live. Yes, we are.
Let me check the sound again, Bob.
The sound wasn't good?
No, it was like a bad delay because the microphone and the mute.
All right, are we good now?
I'm on it right now. There we go. All right.
Did you start it over?
No. I just see. Yeah, this is.
Put the screen. Put the YouTube screen on this.
There you go, right there.
Are we good?
Yep, it just came on. Just started.
Most High Christ. Clap it up. You started over, you said?
Yeah, just start off your introductions.
Okay, Most High Christ. Shalom Israel, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Brachtam, Yahweh Shemar Alatam Ba'ashem Yahushua. I am priest and officer of 5,000. It's already on there. You just got to do it on the computer.
Oh,
You got the scriptures on there already.
oh.
Tonight is the scripture breakdown class for history. All right, not the scripture breakdown class that General Lyman teaches, Salakia, but Monday history class. All right, we're gonna go through some history. The title of the class is The Historical Cure for Our Division. The reason is because as a people, we suffer from this disease, man. We have a disease in our communities called division. And there is a lot of propaganda against us as a people to keep this disease potent, to keep this disease spreading among us so that we don't ever come together as a people to defeat evil, to defeat our oppressors, man. And only through us gathering together, only through our love as a people, Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, can we defeat the evil that is against us. Give me Romans 15:4 real quick.
Khan.
Paratazar.
Khan.
Make sure you share the live. We're going to go through some history. All right. ISUPK, under commanding General Yohana, started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Ever since 1969, we've been in the streets to teach you, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, the truth according to the Bible, man. And the truth is that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we are God's chosen people. We are a peculiar people, man. We are a special people. There is a reason why we are experiencing all of these trials and tribulations. There is a reason why all of the nations, all of the families of the earth are against us as a people. And the reason is because we are the true Israelite. We are the true descendant of the biblical Israelites of the Bible. And because of this identity, we are a rich people, and the families of the earth envy us for this identity, and they hate us, and they have conspired against us to keep us divided. They have conspired against us to keep us at the bottom. And when you pay attention to the propaganda that is being pushed on the internet today, it's a lot of propaganda being pushed against the Haitians, against the Mexicans, against Black Americans, against Dominicans, against the people from Venezuela, Nicaragua, against indigenous people all throughout North, South, Central America. The reason is because our oppressors want to keep us divided. Because the best way to control the nation of Israel is for us to not understand, to not know that we are one family. If the Haitians are fighting the Dominicans are fighting the Puerto Ricans, fighting the Nicaraguan, the Cubans, the Black Americans, then they can all conquer us. All right, and we just gonna give in to their conspiracy. We going to give in to their propaganda, and this is what is happening on the internet. Of course, it is not the reality on the ground. Right on the ground, when I go in my walk in the ISUPK, when we go around to different communities, what we see being pushed on the internet is not a reality. But we have to be careful. We have to be careful with propaganda because that's how propaganda becomes reality. For instance, a lot of propaganda that is being pushed on blacks, we've internalized them over the years. Over the years, we've accepted that we are lazy. Why? Because black Americans are portrayed as lazy on television. That is the propaganda forever. Meanwhile, Black Americans built this country. You know, Haitians were portrayed to have created AIDS. In the 80s, that was a big agenda that was being pushed. Meanwhile, we find out that AIDS came from, the gays, the LGBTQs. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh, Salaki, sir. I was there back then. I got a little age on me. It used to be a gay white man disease. Then it transferred to the Haitians. And everybody was like, how you get to the Haitians?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was a gay white man disease. They thought, you know what I'm saying, at the time in the late 80s, they said black people cannot catch AIDS.
Right.
That was the propaganda. But the face was AIDS was gay white men. Right. Was Joe Biden, Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? George Bush. They was the face of AIDS a lot.
Yeah, until they conspired and said AIDS came from Haiti. And that's exactly what they did. It's exactly what they did. And if you know the history, you know the Levites, man, the Haitians, they had a big march back in the 80s, man, where they stopped I can't remember what bridge. If you can search that on the internet real quick, you can post it in the chat, YouTube and TikTok, right? Levi, the Haitians had a big protest back in the 80s dealing with that, man. And they shut down a bridge because of it. Why? Because white people figured, you know what? We're gonna take this reality that's on gay white men, we're going to push the propaganda on the Haitians. And for years, many Black Americans believed it. AIDS, the Haitian, they got AIDS. This third world country, that's where AIDS comes from. And you had a lot of Black Americans who were stumping Haitians out, man. And I remember when I came to the U.S., I heard them stories. People will tell you how it was a big divide between Black Americans and Haitians back in those days, in the 80s and the 90s. Why? Because of the propaganda against us. We believe the propaganda. This is the reason why we have to be careful when we see these propagandas, being pushed on our people. Even though it's on the internet, before you know it, what's going to happen, our people is going to internalize what's on the internet and then express it on the ground. We have to be careful with this. And this is the reason why the ISUPK is important, so that we can make sure we teach our people the truth, man. The truth is that Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, we are one people. And we should not be listening to any propaganda that's trying to divide us. I don't care if it's the FBA, I don't care if it's coming from Dominicans, I don't care if it's coming from the Haitians. There's no tribalism here in the ISUPK. In the ISUPK, you're not going to hear a Haitian bring down a Black American. You're not going to hear a Black American bring down a Haitian. You're not going to hear a Dominican bring down a Haitian or a Haitian bring down a Dominican. Why? Because we cannot continue to offend one another. This is how we keep the cycle of division going, by offending one another. And when you offend someone, what's going to happen is that person is going to offend you back. And we cannot continue like this. Give me that scripture.
Romans. You know, Romans chapter 15, verse 4.
Mhm.
For whatsoever things was written aforetime was written for our learning.
Everything that was written aforetime. Go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Everything that was written aforetime was written for our learning. This is the reason why this class is important. Monday history class. This class is important, man, because we go through the history of everything that was written aforetime. Our record, all right? We are talking about the Bible here. We are talking about this black man's book. The Bible belongs to blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. This is our record, unlike what you're going to learn in the Christian church. The Christian church is going to teach you that you are heathen, and because of white Jesus, you can get a piece of this, white heaven that you gotta be unalive for and go in the sky to live. That's what you're gonna learn in the Christian church. The reality is that this book is our book. The Bible is our book. Everything that was written aforetime in this record was written for us to learn. And what is it that blacks and Latinos and Native Indians, what is it that we need to learn today? What is it that Haitians and Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, all right, Black Americans, what is it that we need to learn today? There is a crucial lesson that we have to learn. We have to learn this lesson today, man, because it is mind-boggling how, because of ignorance, man, like the scripture says in Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And because we do not have this knowledge that was written aforetime, we fall in the trap of our oppressors. We fall right into the trap because we do not have the knowledge, man, because we do not know the records of what was written aforetime for us as a people to learn from. And let's get it from Christ himself. Give me Matthew chapter 5, start at verse 38.
38? Matthew chapter 5, verse 38.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have heard that it have been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth.
All right, you've heard this said before. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You do something to me, I do it to you. All right. You steal $5 from me, I'm gonna take $5 from you. You punch me in my eye, I'm gonna punch you in the eye. All right. You stab me, I'm gonna stab you. You F my woman, I'm gonna F your woman. All right. This is how we are living, man. We've been living like this. All right, we've been living like this. You do something to me, a word, I don't sweat. I'm gonna do it to you. Right? You've heard that it says in the past, an eye for an eye, right? And a tooth for a tooth. 39.
Verse 39.
Mm-hmm.
But I say unto you that ye resist not evil.
Ye resist not evil. PK say, are you a Christian? No, we ain't Christian over here. All right, we follow Christ for real. Christians do not follow Christ. Ephesians 2:11 go against everything you are saying. This is a scroll. All right. So what did Christ say? Christ said, ye resist not evil. You're not going to conquer evil with evil.
Right.
We're not going to do it.
Right.
Black men, Haitians, Hispanic, so-called Dominicans. And this is the reason why we have to stop offending one another.
That's right.
You offend a Black American, right? To my Haitians, right? Just know this. When it comes to the ISUPK, and this is what we've learned under Commanding General Yohana, there is no tribalism in the ISUPK. Don't think because you're a Haitian, I'm not going to check the hell out of your ignorance. You're going to get checked. If you're Dominicans, your ignorance will get checked. Black Americans, it does not matter. Why? Because we do not tolerate ignorance in the ISUPK. Ignorance divides us. Ignorance causes us to be under the boots of our enemies. So we don't tolerate ignorance in here. We don't tolerate tribalism in here. As a Haitian, if you offend a Black American, If you offend your brother, what is it that you are expecting in return? If you tell a Black American that you ain't X, you lazy, why are you saying that to a Black American? You know why? Because white people taught you to do it.
That's right. Right? That's right.
White people taught you to do it. The same way with so-called foundational Black Americans. Why are you telling the Haitians, man, go back home, man, go back to your H-hole country? Why? Because white people teach you to treat your brother that way. And we cannot continue to offend one another and think we're going to get out of oppression, because offending one another causes division. So if somebody does something to you and you do it back to them, what happens? The cycle continues. And this is what Yahushua Mashiach, all right, is teaching us here. He's saying that you resist not evil. You're not resisting evil. You are not resisting evil when somebody say, man, go back to your Israel country, and your response is, man, F you Black Americans, man, y'all lazy anyways. No, that's not how you stop the cycle. You don't stop the cycle by continuing to offend each other.
Oh, no, you dropping it so heavy. And I noticed this, that they talking like white people. They're talking like our oppressor.
Yeah.
And go back to, you know what I'm saying, with, and you know, the FBA's, you know what I'm saying, the Foundation Black Americans. I don't have no problem, you know what I'm saying? I have no problem the way that they try to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we're going to name ourselves because we don't want our oppressor to name us. This is who we are. But they talking like white people.
Right.
And this is when Malcolm X says, yo, he even said, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got these Uncle Tom Negroes that say, our government, our army. You know what I mean? You know what Foundation Black Americans say? Yo, if you don't like us, yo, we needed to, you know what I'm saying? Your immigrants need to leave our country.
Right.
Malcolm X never used that language. Our country,
right.
Our government.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy with you bringing that up? Tariq Nasheed, right? I watched like maybe 5 minutes of it. He had a live on July 4th.
On July 4th.
On July 4th. Or maybe the day before. Anyways, I got it on my list. I'm going to clip the hell out of that.
You better.
But the little bit that I heard, he's talking about, I don't know why these Democrats are trying to shame us from celebrating the 4th of July, because we are cold. He's like, basically what he was saying is that we were partners with the white colonial powers that built America. It's like we were partners. That means we got to benefit together. This dude, he is ignorant. He is as ignorant gets. All right? And this is what I mean in the ISUPK when I say we're going to check your ignorance. I don't care if you're a Black American, if you're a Haitian, if you're a Dominican, the ignorance that you are pushing to divide this nation needs to be checked. It don't matter who it's coming from, because you cannot continue to offend your brothers, man. It has to stop. And we are going to stop it. All right? I expect to hear certain things from white people. Like when I hear foundational Americans, you saw what happened in DC right on July 4th with all these white, men, these cowards that were walking around with masks. That's what I think about. That's what I envision when I think about foundational Americans. I think about Christopher Columbus. You know what I'm saying? I think about, Donald Trump. I think about, Marco Polo. I think about, Verrazano. That's who I think about when I think about foundational Americans. George Washington, Epstein, Bill Clinton.
Women's rights. You know what that means? White women. Good. Women's rights mean white women.
I don't think about us.
You don't think about us when you say women's rights.
I don't think about us, man. I don't think about Black Americans when I think about foundational Americans. Why? Because there is a division. There is a separation that is healthy for us.
That's right.
And the separation and the division that is healthy for us is the division between us and our oppressors. not the division amongst each other. In the ISUPK, we got the cure for this division, man. We got the cure for this division. You want to say something?
You're dropping it so heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is going back into the Negro League. You know what I'm saying? The baseball Negro League.
Yeah.
Because they had the Cubans was coming to America to play in the Negro League. So you know what I mean? So the brothers, you know what I'm saying, they was in the hotel, and this is when, you know what I'm saying, a brother was talking to somebody, you know what I'm saying, a player that was in the Negro Leagues talking to the Cubans or whatever, and he was letting the brother know, like, yo, you can't go outside at this time. And he was like, yo, why can't I go out this time? He said, because you're a Negro, and you know what I'm saying, and the white man is not allowing you to go outside to go get a sandwich at this time. There's sundown time. Right. So he was educating him on that. Right. And the Cuban refused to listen to, you know what I mean? His co-players. Because they played on the same team. Right. He went outside, came back crying. And this was back in the 30s. Even back in the 30s, our people say, we with these people. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a Negro, I'm this people. Letting you know that we all in the same game. And that's exactly what he was trying. Yo, we all in the same game. Why you not playing for the white league, but you're playing for the Negro League? And you still didn't see the problem on that? Right.
You say back in the 30s, but when you look at it, it's been like this because our oppressors always try to divide us.
That's right.
They always try to conquer us during colonial time. What they will do is offer, because they are so few in numbers, what they will do is offer a better life to a certain group. That's right. They will offer you to be part of the military. They will give you weapons. You know, that's how, when you look at the Haitian Revolution, even over here, the revolutions over here, England was arming some indigenous tribes.
That's right.
Meanwhile, you know, the rich white men who wanted to separate from England, they were arming black people, right? They were arming other tribes. And they had, what ended up happening is that we end up fighting each other over the masters. Right. It's us that you guys are our new masters, then right. You're looking at your future masters. That's right. Blacks and Latinos and Native Indians are going to own you. All right. You are going to be our servant, our domestic. Thus says the Bible. Like I was saying, our oppressors always try to divide us. And we have to learn from this. Are we done with this?
Oh no, we got a little bit more.
Let's get that again. Read verse 39. Matter of fact, read it from the top. Verse 38.
Come. Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it have been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth.
And we've been living like this for years, man. That's how we live in the hood, man. You do something for me, man, I'm gonna get my revenge. I'm gonna get my lick. I'm gonna get mine. You do something for me, you do something to me, you do something to me, you're gonna get it. We've been living like this. Keep going.
Verse 39. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.
Ye resist not evil. All right. And what Christ is talking about here is the division, man, between the Israelites, man. Is the division between our people. And this is the cure. This is the cure for the division between us. How do you cure the division between us? We stop offending one another. All right. Don't take this literal. All right. Somebody come and slap you and then you just look at him and then you turn the other cheek. This is not that.
That's right.
This is talking about what you see happening with our people currently. How you see the foundational Black Americans coming down on the Haitians, on the Jamaicans, on the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, how you see the Dominicans coming down on the Haitians coming down on the, that's what he is talking about.
Right.
This is how you cure. This is how you cure this division. You cure this division by not doing the same evil that was done to you. You cure it by stopping it.
That's right.
You cure it by turning the other cheek, by not offending your brother. Don't offend the Dominicans, man. They're your brothers. Dominicans, don't offend the Haitians. They're your brothers. Don't offend the Black Americans. We are brothers, man.
That's right.
And you know what I realize about people who offend, their own people? I don't care if it's Haitians, Dominicans, Black Americans, I don't care, Mexicans. What they all have in common, they do not offend the white man. They are afraid of the white man. And that's the reason why you don't offend the white man is the reason why you offending your brothers.
That's right.
Why? You fear whitey. You fear whitey. Because in your mind, he is too big. In your mind, you accept the condition that he created. Because when you look at our conditions today as a people, I don't care if you are talking about a Black man in Harlem, New York, a Black man in Chicago, a Black man in Texas, a Black man in Atlanta, a Black man in Haiti, a Black man in Jamaica, a Dominican in Santo Domingo, a Puerto Rican in Puerto Rico, a Colombian. I don't care where you are. The condition that you are living in today, the condition that we are living in today as a people is because of this beast, is because of the oppressor. The reason that we are at the bottom of society is because this place is not our rest. This government is not working for us. It's working against us. And when you see this, you see who owns the government. You see who's controlling Venezuela. You know that the people of Venezuela don't control Venezuela. You know the people in Cuba don't control Cuba. They're starving in Cuba. The people in Haiti, they're not controlling Haiti. We are starving in Haiti. Even in Santo Domingo, they're starving in Santo Domingo, man. I go to DR. You get what I'm saying? DR is still a third world country. Even though they are bringing a lot of white people there to do investment, that's why they destroyed that side, that other side, to bring the Haitians in for cheap labor. Same thing America, the United States of America does. Destroy all of these countries and bring the population over here for cheap labor. So our conditions that we are living in is because of this beast. So you do not offend the people who put us in this condition. Instead, we are offending one another. The reason is because you fear. You fear the devil. You fear the beast. But the brother who is in the same level as you, in the same condition as you, you don't fear him. And that's the person you need to get together with. That's the person you need to unite with.
That's right.
What you holding for me? You need Ephesians 4.
What, Ephesians 4?
Yeah.
What verse?
9.
Oh, fine.
Right.
Ephesians.
All right. Shalom. Share the live. Share the live. All right. The historical cure for our division.
You said 4 and 11, sir?
4 and 9.
4 and 9, slide.
Hmm? Now, when you think about it, right? When you think about it, look what just happened recently in Washington, D.C. You had hundreds of cowards, man. A bunch of cowards. White people are cowards with their mask on, all right? Taking the metro in D.C., walking around and being proud to be oppressors, man, being proud of the history of the United States of America, which is a history of oppression. Even the whole idea of these rich white men who were controlling the colonies, who were really the bridge between England and the oppressed over here in the United States of America, even the whole concept of them separating from England because of injustice, even that concept does not even make sense. How the hell you are separating from England because of injustice, meanwhile, you are oppressing the people of the land? It don't even make no sense. So how can you, black people, be part of this government? You're not part of it. You're not part of it because this government was established to oppress you. It was established to oppress us as the people. So now that, you know, the United States is coming, well, it's passed now to its 250th anniversary, which is, you know, about the amount of time that an empire lasts. You know, this empire is on its last leg.
That's right.
Thus says the Bible. Not according to us, according to the Bible, man. Why? Because Esau is the end of the world. And Esau been ruling for a very long time. You've been ruling for a very long time. And your empire is coming to an end. And as this is happening, Esau is pushing a lot of propaganda in the air for us to be divided when we need to come together. This is high time for us as a people, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, for us to come together. And Esau knows it. Who is Esau? The white man that a lot of you are so afraid of.
That's right.
You know, you are so afraid of the white man. We in the ISUPK, we are too busy, man. We are too busy, you know, condemning the oppressor to be looking at our brothers like they are the problem. How the hell am I gonna look at the Dominicans like the Dominicans are my problems? When the oppressor put us in the condition that we are in, how the hell am I going to look at the Black Americans like they are my problem? When there is a higher power that is behind the scene, right? Putting the guns in our neighborhoods, putting the drugs in our neighborhoods, putting the propaganda on television in our educational system, setting all the traps that we have been falling into since the 60s. We could go back to the 30s. We could go back to the 1800s, the 1700s, the 1600s, since Christopher Columbus set foot over here.
That's right.
These people have been setting up traps after traps after traps and using us against each other. How the hell I'm going to look at my brother like he's my problem and not pay attention to the beast who's creating the division, who's creating the confusion, who's creating the poverty? Because there is plenty for all of us to not be poor, but not under these people that you are so afraid of. You are so afraid of these people, man.
That's right.
And fear is a virus, man. Fear is a virus. You got to get rid of that fear. You got to get rid of that fear, black man. Dominicans, Haitians, you got to get rid of the fear that you have for the oppressor. Because the fear that you have for the oppressor is causing you to hate your brother. Pete, you was going to say something.
Salaki, sir. It got to the point that we say these, you know what I'm saying, these Mexicans is taking our jobs. When did black people started talking like, you know what I mean? Like it got to, you know what I mean? Now it's a black talking point. How, you know what I mean? A few minutes ago, it was a white talking point.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even back then, when was the last time that the Haitians said black people cannot vote? I want to know what year was that? What year was, you know what I'm saying? What year was when the Mexicans got together and say black people cannot vote, black people cannot sit on the front of the bus? What year was that? Because it had to be that, because this is the reason why we fight it. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Black Americans is fighting against Haitians, Black Americans fighting against Mexicans, because the Mexicans said that we could not sit on the front of the bus. That's the reason. Right. I guess that's the reason.
I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. Tell me what you said, because what we don't pay attention to is, while we are fighting each other, they are putting more things in place.
That's right.
To destroy us while we fight each other. And our division is their strength. Their strength is not in their armies. Their strength is in the fact that we are divided. Of course, Esau is a dragon now. The Bible tells you that. They're not a little serpent anymore. Right now, their military might is, something to marvel. You get what I'm saying? But their strength, all that strength they have with their military means nothing when we are united as a people. And that's what they fear. Our oppressors fear our love for one another. Our oppressors fear our unity. That's the number one thing that they fear. This is why they push these propagandas. And like you said, at one point it was white talking point, and then now you hear black people. It's black talking point. This is why propaganda is dangerous, and we have to address these propagandas, because before you know it, it's going to spread. It's going to spread. All right, give me that scripture.
Come. We got
Ecclesiastes 4:9.
Oh, you want? No. Ephesians. Yeah, Ephesians.
No. So like Ecclesiastes, I meant to say.
Oh, come.
Ecclesiastes 4:9. Okay. All right. Shared alive. All right. We're talking about the cure for our division and the historical cure for our division. We're gonna go through
Ecclesiastes
some historical
4,
verse 9.
Verse 9. Got it.
We're gonna go through some, not Ephesians, Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Okay. Yep, there you go.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9.
Mm-hmm. Remember, read it first. While I'm breaking it down, you can share it.
Okay. Right. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor.
Two are better than one, man. Two are better than one. And we need to learn this, man. We need to learn this as a people. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. This society is teaching us to be individuals. That's what they want. This is exactly what they want. They want, and this is what you're going to hear. This is what you're hearing. The Haitians have to figure it out for themselves. We got our own problems, right? The Black Americans, we need to figure it out by ourselves. You Dominicans, you need to figure it out by yourselves, all right? You people from Venezuela, figure it out by yourselves. They want us separated. But the evidence of them dividing us is in front of our face. That's right. It's in our face. We can see it unless you don't have eyes, unless you don't have, brain, you don't have gray matter. You can see our oppressors dividing us. You can see them doing exactly what they do to Harlem, what they do to Chicago, what they do to Brooklyn. You can see them doing it on a larger scale in Haiti, in Mexico, in Venezuela, in Cuba. They are doing the same thing. And then they tell us what? The propaganda is what? Worry about yourself. Haitians, fight for yourself. All right? And then a lot of our people, they take in that propaganda. Yeah, we know we need to figure it out ourselves, us Haitians. Black Americans, we need to figure it out ourselves. Since when have we overcome oppression by ourselves?
That's right.
Since when? Go look at the revolution that took place. When did we say, you know what? We just gonna do this by ourselves, Parataza? just me, just one person, just one tribe. No, we've always come together against oppression. Because that's how you win. You by coming together. Why? Because two are better than one. Yeah, baby.
Salakia. That's how Donald Trump came together with the Proud Boys, with the Ku Klux Klan on the 4th of July. They came together. You know what I mean? They remember their forefathers.
Yeah.
And they knew exactly we need to stick together.
Yeah.
Salakia.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, the ISUPK, we've been prophesying about some dark times for years. The records speak for itself. Since the 60s, we've been prophesying about civil war. We've been prophesying about World War III. We've been prophesying about some dark times. And we are heading towards the dark times. And this is when the oppressor is pushing the agenda of, division. Blacks, stick together with, the other blacks. Haitians stick together with, the Haitians. Dominicans stick over there. All of y'all need to be divided. The time that we are approaching, this division is not going to work. We're going to be wiped out. And that's exactly what they are doing.
That's right.
That's exactly what they are doing. They are pushing us to hate one another when we should be united. Keep going.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Verse Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 10. For if they fall.
Verse 9?
For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
If they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. People are so egotistic, man. They just want to fall by themselves. And then when you try to help them out,
That's great.
That's little children, man. The oppressor is teaching you to be a little child. All of y'all are fighting over crumbs, man. Who got the bigger crumb from white supremacy? The foundation of Black Americans. They can't deport us. We got the bigger crumbs. This is our government. You Haitians, go back to your initial country. And Dominicans, I was telling y'all, Black Americans, I was telling y'all, these Haitians and them Haitians, we used to govern the United States of America. I got it for all of y'all. I got the smoke for all of y'all. You know why? Because there's no tribalism in the ISUPK.
That's right.
I don't care if you're Haitian. I don't care. I don't care if you're Dominican. I don't care if you're Black American. I don't care if you're Mexican. We got to stop offending one another.
That's right.
Because when you fall, guess what? Live restricted for some audience. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reason, man. Body exposure, and sexualized behaviors.
What? You didn't say anything. You
somebody,
brother,
somebody on TikTok, they target us, man. They target us. So they restricted the live.
This is a brotherhood script.
Right.
Literally.
We talking about unity. We talking about unity here, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But they restricted the live. All right. As usual. As usual. No sweat. Yeah, no sweat. Wait.
Oh, but woe to him that is alone with when he falleth.
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. This is what our oppressors want right here. For us to be alone. They don't want us to be united. And like I was saying earlier, I don't want to leave that point. I smoke for all of you. Haitians, Dominicans, Black Americans, it don't matter. Because the division is unacceptable. It is unacceptable when you are pointing the finger at your brother that your oppressor put against you. We are against each other, not because of each other, but because of the enemy. So does it not make sense for us to come together because somebody is dividing us, because somebody is robbing us, somebody is raping us? Wouldn't it make sense for us to come together against the principalities that are against us? The oppressor wants us to be individuals so that when we fall, they can keep us down. Because the Haitians are not going to say, well, I don't care what's going on with the Black Americans, it's their problem. Right. Black Americans are not going to say, well, I don't care what's happening with the Haitians, it's their problem. The Mexicans are not going to say, man, what's happening to Venezuela is unfair. Nah, you're just going to say, man, that's their problem.
Oh, if I may, right? That's what we just said about the Mexicans. Now it's on Haiti.
Right.
Right, the Haitians just said that about the Mexicans. Because remember, it was all about the Mexicans.
Right.
Now it's about the Haitians.
Right.
Now it's about the Venezuelans.
Right.
Just a few minutes ago, oh no, that's not my problem. That's their problem. Right.
And this is what I was saying earlier, man. The evidence is in front of our face.
Literally.
It is literally in front of our face.
Real time.
And in real time, in real life. And we are bickering like little children, for ice cream and candy and crumbs. For crumbs. Keep going.
Come. For he have not another to help him up.
You don't have your brothers, man, to help you up. In the ISUPK, we have our brothers, man. We have our brothers. We are all in here. Cuba, right? North American Indian, sure. All right? Captain Sakawar, all right? Judah, Levi, Black Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians. We are all in this. I'm going to say that word. We are all in here, man. We all in here. Sure. Why? Because we are the same people. We have the same oppressor. This oppressor been dividing us for centuries. And we are together, man. We're not going to let this oppressor, put us against each other. No, not anymore. Not anymore. He's done it for centuries, and we have the record. We have the record. Not only do we have our record in the Bible where you can see, we're gonna go through it, where you can see them taking advantage of our division, but we also have, recent history that you can go and learn the true history about, the 13 colonies and what white people was doing to separate from England and what England was doing to keep these colonies under the crown. You can literally learn how they were arming different Black groups, indigenous tribes against each other. They did the same thing in Haiti and Santo Domingo, the same thing in Jamaica, the same thing in Brazil. They did the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing back in the 1500s with the Incas, with the Inca Empire. Families were going through it. You know what? I'm going to side with you. You're going to get the crown. Like, this is what the oppressor have been doing for centuries, man. Centuries. And we have the record. We have the history. And we are fighting each other. I know why you do it. You fear the oppressor. You got a disease. That disease is called fear. Fear the oppressor. Just keep watching us, man. The ISUPK, we're going to help you get rid of this fear that you have for the oppressor that's causing you to point the fingers at the Haitians. The Haitians are an easy target. The oppressor is not. The Dominicans are an easy target. White people is not. The Black Americans are an easy target. Donald Trump is not. That's why you fear the people who's causing us harm and attack the people who are being harmed with you. This shit make no sense.
Oh,
It makes no sense.
Salaki.
It makes absolutely no sense, man. I look at y'all on the internet and y'all look like children, man. Y'all look like my little kids, man. Y'all look, all of y'all, Haitians, Dominicans, you know, all of y'all look like my little kids. Because of the way you keep offending each other over the oppressor. You're doing it over the oppressor. We are all being destroyed by this beast. All of us. Don't you see what's happening in the Dominican Republic? Don't you see how these gold mining companies are destroying the woman in the Dominican Republic? Pull that article for me real quick. Dominican president pause mining project in what town was that? Was that someone? Somebody put that in the chat. Was it someone that the mining project is going on where the women do not have clean water and they are being affected, all right, with their reproductive system? Is that someone? I believe it's someone.
Someone like digging, like miner?
What's your question, Edson? Edson, stop reporting the live, man. Don't be a coward. Stop reporting the live. It sounds like you are the one reporting the live. Dominican Republic, put Dominican president. Yeah, put Dominican president. Dominican president pause.
They pause?
Pause mining project in San Juan. What's your question? Ask your question, Edson. You can ask your question. Send a request. I'll bring you up. Send a request. I'll bring you up. Send a request. SN, send a request. I'll bring you up so you can ask your question. All right. Dominican Republic President Luis Abinader halted the Canadian-backed Romero Project, a gold and copper mining initiative proposed by Gold Quest Mining. The suspension was ordered following mass protests by thousands of citizens concerned about potential environmental damage to critical water sources and farmlands. Now, let me ask you a question. Is it the Haitians that's causing this critical damage? Is it the Black Americans? Why don't we have some TikTok live about Canadians?
Right.
Because they are causing the Dominican woman literally to not have clean water and to not be able to even reproduce. They are white people. They are white people. We can't point finger at the white people, but guess what? The Haitians, we can point fingers at them. We can't point fingers at them, but the white people that are in the Dominican Republic, digging up all the gold, we can't point fingers at them. This is why it is so childish. It's so childish. And I look at it, it's coming from my people, right? Because all of y'all my people, Haitians, Dominicans, Black Americans, the ignorance is coming from all of us. In the ISUPK, there's no tribalism, man. In the ISUPK is the cure for the division between foundational Black Americans, Haitians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans. The ISUPK is the cure. We are the cure. And you begin by not offending.
That's right.
The other tribe. Stop offending the other tribe.
That's right.
I see Haitians do it all the time. Haitians, man, let me tell you, man, we got this pride about 1804 We think like some of us, we think we are the only one who fought against slavery, brothers. We think we're the only one who fought against slavery because of 1804, because of November 18, 1803.
That's crazy. You
know
the Jamaicans?
Yeah.
The Maroons,
the Maroons in Jamaica, Black American, we all fought against slavery.
The Mexicans did it?
Right, the Mexicans, we all fought against slavery. And now what's happening is that we stopped fighting against slavery.
That's right.
And we began fighting each other. And the oppressors, they love it. They love it. They spend money for this. This propaganda machine that you see, they spend money behind this propaganda machine.
Yeah.
And it's our duty to make sure it does not work. Keep reading that scripture.
Con. Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 10.
Verse 11.
Verse 11.
Let me read verse 10 real quick. We'll go up. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Destruction to us if we are alone, because nobody is going to help us up. This is why we cannot be alone. All the 12 tribes of Israel got to come together. This is why Yahushua Mashiach, that we call Jesus Christ, and most of us are Christians, right? Most of them are Christians. Jesus Christ fought for this. He was unalive for this, for us to come together. Read verse 11.
Verse 11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat.
If two lie together, then they have heat, man. They have heat. Why would you want to be alone? Why would you want to be separate from your brothers, man? That is being oppressed with you. Wow. Keep going.
Con. But how can one be warm alone?
How you gonna be warm alone, man? How you gonna be warm alone? You're gonna be unalive. You're gonna be unalive in the cold. Why? Because woe to him that is alone. Verse 12.
Con. Verse 12. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him.
All right. If one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. All right. Like you learned this from the old folks. You know what I'm saying? They put a cord together. You put two together. It's not as strong as if you put three. It's not as strong. What does it look like when Black Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Mexicans, Cubans, our people from Honduras,
that's right,
Venezuela, all the 12 tribes are intertwined? What does that do? How does that look like? How will the oppressor feel about it? Will it benefit the oppressor for all of these tribes that I just mentioned to be in one mind? Or does it benefit the oppressor when we are all scattered and divided and say, you know what, I'm going to worry about my own problem? That's what the scriptures is talking about, man. Drop that. Give me Psalm 133.
If possible, can you break this one down because it's on the topic? This one here, because I'm going to the New Testament. We got the New Testament. We got 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 26.
Give me verse 25.
Oh, you want verse 25? Come. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 25.
Verse 24.
Oh, come. Yeah, I know. If you get, so yeah, come. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 24. For our comely parts have no need, but God hath tempered the body together, having given more abundance honor to that part which lack.
This is all intertwined with what we were just talking about. When one falleth, guess what? There's another one there to pick him up. Why? Because we are a body, man. We are a body. And as a body, if your toe, right? If you hit your toe, guess what? Your entire body is going to respond. You ever hit that toe? You know that small little toe? You hit that joint, your whole body is like, God damn. Your whole body is going to pay attention to that toe right there.
Right.
Because that toe needs some attention. So when we as a people, when one tribe is being targeted by the oppressor, it is not for us to say, well, let's not pay attention to the Haitians.
Right.
What they're doing to the Haitians right now, they did it to the Colombians. Back in the 80s, it was Colombia. Colombia was in the news all the time. That was the H-whole country, Colombia.
Slovakia, Colombia and Cuba.
Cuba,
yeah,
right?
Colombia and Cuba during that time in the 80s.
Right. You know, just like you were saying that a few minutes ago. At one point, it was the Mexicans in the news. It was the Mexicans. That's what Donald Trump used. We got to build a wall. Get rid of these Mexicans. Get rid of these Mexicans. And because we are not a body, not in the ISUPK, in the ISUPK, when they talking about against the Mexicans, here comes the ISUPK. When they talking against the Haitians in Texas, here comes the ISUPK. They going at Venezuela, here comes the ISUPK. Why? Because we understand this scripture right here. We are one body. And when one part of the body is under attack or is needed attention, we all got to cater to it. And that's what the oppressor does not want. The oppressor does not want us to care for one another. Read verse 25.
Verse 25. That there should be no schism in the body.
There should be no schism in the body. There should be no division. Can you picture, you know, your finger, your left arm is hurt, and then the rest of the body says, you know what, the hell with that left arm, man. Fuck this left arm, man. We don't need it anyway. It makes no sense. And Paul is comparing us to a body. There shouldn't be no schism in the body. This is why in the ISUPK we tell you, man, if you are not in the ISUPK, you are not in the truth.
Right.
Because a lot of these fake Israelites, they are creating this division. They telling you only black people are 12 tribes. Only black people.
You heard about the Northern tribe? There's a new one right now. They just said, oh, only Puerto Ricans and Dominicans is the Israelites.
Yeah, everybody else is
they
not.
They got to be getting paid. They got to be getting paid. That don't make any sense.
Because if you are not in the ISUPK, you are dividing this body.
That's right.
You are dividing it. There's some Haitians too. Some Haitians, they like, you know, we are the tribe of Judah, you know, and they shit on the Dominicans, man. You know, that's why I said it's coming from all of us. It's not just coming from the FBAs. It's coming from the Dominicans and the FBAs. It's coming from the Haitians too. Because when you say that, when you say you're the tribe of Levi, you used to rule, you know, the whole world. I mean, you're the tribe of Judah. That's what they say. You was ruling the whole world. What about, you know, your brother? You are offending him. You're offending the Dominicans.
And you're the priest.
Right. You're offending them. You're offending the Black Americans. Because not everybody is ignorant of their history. You're offending them. This is why in the ISUPK we tell you there's no tribalism in here, man. We should not be divided. There should not be no schism in this body. You should not look at the Dominicans and want to offend them. You should not look at the Puerto Ricans and desire to offend the Puerto Ricans. What is that? What is it about you? And this is the question you have to ask yourself. What is it about you that desires to offend the Haitians?
That's right.
That desire to offend the Dominicans, that desire to offend the Black Americans, the Mexicans. What is it about you that desire to offend the oppressed when you are oppressed? What is it about you? Maybe you have the spirit of the man that you fear, which is the whitey man. Keep going.
But that the member should have the same care one for another.
And that's what we need. We need all the tribes to have the same care for one another. If it happens to the Haitians, it happens to all of us. It happens to the Jamaicans, it happens to all of us. It happens to the Mexicans, it happens to all of us.
That's right.
This is the spirit of Christ. This is the spirit of Christ right here that you are reading. All right? And this spirit dwelled in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Nowhere else. Nowhere else you're going to get this spirit, man. Because everywhere else, drunk off of the wine of Babylon. This is why we are all divided. Not in the ISUPK. Keep going.
Khan. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 26. And whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it.
Today, the Haitians are suffering, and then Black Americans like, yeah, that's what you get. I saw so many people, Ratazar, on the internet when the TPS, when Trump said, first of all, they're not sending, 500,000 Haitians back there. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. All right, they're gonna send some, right? Like they've done already. They're not sending because America destroyed Haiti for a reason.
That's right.
To bring the Haitians over here. They destroyed Mexico for a reason. To bring the Mexicans over here. They want us here. The reason that we are here is because they want us here. And I saw so many people, Pete. They're on the line like, boo boo. You know what I'm saying? You know how kids act.
Oh, man.
You know how kids act when they I don't know how to
making
define
fun
this.
of each other.
When they making fun of another kid, teasing. Something bad happened to. I saw so many grown men, grown women telling the Haitians how happy they are. First of all, most Haitians here are here legally. It's only about 350,000, 400,000 that are on TPS, temporary protected status. The mass, majority of Haitians are illegal, right? So you're only talking to a small, percentage of the overall Haitians. So and so many Haitians are third, fourth generation. So many Haitians been here since the early, 1900s. Some in the late 1800s. Some as early as the early 1800s.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
The invasion of
Right.
America invaded Haiti for the American interests.
Right.
That's when the first time when America invaded Haiti.
Yeah, that's
American
talking about
interests,
1914,
Yeah,
but they were going there since the middle of this 1800s because they wanted to build a naval base in St. Nicholas.
Khan. I read that history too.
Yeah, and they might still do it. They might be doing it right now while they got us focused in Port-au-Prince. They might be building that naval base and we don't even know about it. We gotta do some history. When I go to Haiti, I definitely want to go to that location.
It's there. I'm gonna let you know.
Definitely want to go to that location.
A lot.
Right. My point was, but what was the point I was thinking? Go back on YouTube. Let me see the comments.
Right. No, I read the comments.
What I was saying is, right. Shalom, Eric Fun, True Supreme, Ayala Shalom, Yabashim Yashimo Thumb, Yashimo, Alabashim Yashim. I saw so many adults, man, talking about, man, it's good for you Haitians, man. I told y'all, it's good for you. It's like, God damn, you a grown-ass man. You a grown-ass woman. You find pleasure in your people being oppressed. We find pleasure in this. It's ridiculous. Where we at?
Khan. It says, I'll read it from the top. And whether one member suffered, all the members suffered with it. Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it.
Let me tell you something about 1804. 1804 is now like a curse. Some people use it as a curse.
That's right.
You know, to talk against Haitians, right? Let me tell you something, man. And that's because you do not know the history. Because you think we are divided. We are one people. 1804 is something that all of us rejoiced over at one point.
That's right.
All of us. Venezuela. Matter of fact, what was that president of Venezuela?
Hugo Chavez.
Hugo Chavez. He mentioned
Indigenous.
He mentioned the Jacobites. You get what I'm saying? Because 1804 was not for Haitians. It was for us. You get what I'm saying? It was a win for all of us. Haitians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Black Americans. In the United States, so many Black Americans named town after Haiti after 1804. Why? Because it wasn't a Haitian thing. It's not a Haitian thing. You got Haitian that weaponize it against Black Americans, right? And Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and you have Black Americans that weaponize it against the Haitian. Like, nigga, that was 200-something years ago. You get what I'm saying? This is not for us to do. We are not resisting evil. What Christ said in, what was that, Matthew 5. We're not resisting evil.
That's right.
We just continuing to offend one another. There's no glory in that. I glory when I find out about Nat Turner. I glory when I find out about the rebellion. You get what I'm saying? Like, even the Black Panthers, even though they were in the wrong spirit, but to see Black men standing up, you get what I'm saying? Like, they had the right spirit, you know, to feed themselves. That's something to glory. Like, you want your people to be able to stand, you know, on their own.
This is Salaki, sir, if I may. The Black Panther, the one who came up to feed your children who come to school. That became a global thing, that children supposed to be, you know what I mean, supposed to have food when they go to school.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got lunchtime. Was the Black Panther thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you come in, you got breakfast.
Right.
So on and so forth. So all children will be able to get fed.
Right.
That's a Black Panther thing.
Yeah.
And they painted that. Oh yeah, they painted that all over the United States.
Yeah, they took that whole program and it started the welfare, if I'm not mistaken.
Con.
Right. You know, we got to do a class on that specifically. So, you know, I bring this to say what, man? We are in the wrong spirit. We're in the wrong spirit.
That's right.
Right? The spirit of division is a disease, and we are in the wrong spirit. And once you fall into that trap, it's hard to get out of it. It's really hard because it's like you are being controlled by a demon and you don't realize it. The minute you take a side to say, you know what, I'm FBA, F these Haitians, you know, F these Jamaicans, F these Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, F these Mexicans. The minute you do that, you are in for a battle because you're not even going to realize that you are in the wrong spirit. Because you are that demon is so strong, and the demon is going to justify your action. Why? Because you're gonna hear ignorance coming out of the Haitian mouth against you. You're gonna hear ignorance coming out of Jamaican mouth against you. You're gonna hear ignorance coming out of everybody, and that's going to be the justification for you to hate them. That's going to be the justification for you to continue the cycle going. And this is exactly what I see, Paratazar. I see Haitian shitting on Black Americans because of 1804, and Black Americans feeling like, you know what? I'm justified. Fuck these Haitians. Look what they say to me. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here with your TPS. Go back to Haiti. This is why I made a video recently. I said this. I said the FDA movement and the Haitians that are saying there was ruling the entire earth, Baratazar. They was ruling. They was George Washington. Yeah. Hey, George Washington was Haitian. You know, those two groups, I said this, they are two sides of one coin. Why? Because they justify offending one another. And I bet you, whoever is on top of the ladder on both sides, I bet you they sit together and have drinks together, because both movements, they look like white supremacist movement to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They look like white supremacists, because what is it that America is doing over here? Cardi B mentioned it recently, how they trying to take, you know, the history out of the books to say that, you know, we were laborers. I forgot the term that they use. They doing the same in Haiti right now. There's a propaganda in Haiti to say we were never slaves. We were never slaves, and this been going on in the U.S. for a few years now. So when I see the same thing happening in Haiti, I already know this is coming from the oppressor. I already know. Once I see Haitians talking about, nah, we were never slaves, that's the propaganda they trying to push over here. Yeah,
they say that now. Yeah. Remember, they was the last, you know, the Haitians was the last result, not get stuck in the propaganda how we did. Like, we was never slave. Like, you know what I mean? I love my slave master. You know what I mean? The what they call it, the field Negro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Haitian was the field Negro, knew that. You know what I mean? Knew that they were slaves and they fought against their slave master.
And it's so well documented, man. This is one thing that they have against Haiti, because, like, when you look at our history, it's so much propaganda. This is why in 2021 we did that lecture under Commander General Yohana, the whitewash of the Haitian Revolution. That's one of the revolution that's well documented. You know what I'm saying? So when people start saying certain things, it's like, I know this is coming from the enemy, because there's no way intellectuals who study Haitian history will ever say this. There's no way. It has to come from the oppressor. This is why, even way before Tariq Nasheed went to FBA, when he first came out,
I was about to bring that up. I was about to bring it. Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
1804.
He was a blackly black. He was a blackly black.
Yeah, I had a problem with it. Why? Because he spent 35 minutes or 40 minutes on voodoo, on Wakayama, an event that never took place. And I'm like, damn, how can you have a budget? You get what I'm saying? You have a budget. If I have a budget to put something together for Haiti, man, about the Haitian Revolution, man, Paratazar, I would do miracles, man. If I had a budget where I don't have to slave, I don't have to do nothing, all I have to do is go to the archives, because the archives about the Haitian Revolution is so plentiful for someone to focus on voodoo, and that's exactly what they did. And the oppressors did that in the United States. They pushed the voodoo narrative out there. So every time you hear about the Haitian Revolution, what comes with it?
Oh,
they did voodoo. Every time you hear about the Haitian Revolution, it's always associated with voodoo when it is a lie. And when you study Haitian history, you go back and look at the writings of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the writings of Warren Tournier, the writings of Vasti, the writings of Chanlac. You look at and Christophe, you look at, and even Toussaint Louverture, you look at all of these writings, man. There's no way you're gonna come to a conclusion that the Haitians need voodoo to get their independence. So I had a problem with 1804 back then. And I think it came out in 2018, 2019.
2018.
Around that time.
It's like, yeah, I was upset at that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hold up. They still had to shoot the guns.
Right.
They still had to feed their children. You know what I mean? They still had to go to war.
Right.
Like, how you doing this? You know what I'm saying? This ritual, you made the ritual overcome, you know what I'm saying, the legwork. Yeah. The legwork. I'm like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's get through this.
Right.
But they still got to do the legwork.
Right.
And they made, you know what I mean? They made it a mystical, like it was mystical. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like Nat Turner, mystical. You know what I mean? Like it was a mystical thing. You know, he read the Bible and he saw something in the sky because they try to do it too. He saw something in the sky and it was like a eclipse because it was some propaganda talking about it was eclipse and that was the sign that, you know what I'm saying, that Nat Turner had to do the role. I'm like, no, they had to go on a lot of people.
Right.
They just don't make it mystical, but they try to make it mystical also when Nat Turner's slot.
Right. Shalom, I don't want y'all about Shem Yahshua. Let's go to Psalm 133.
Oh, come. Psalm.
Never let the oppressor tell your story. Damn right, Booby. Never let the oppressor tell your story. And that's the thing, because we have so much of our records that we don't have to listen to Dharma. Dharma is the one that gave us this garbage, man. That, you know, our people they were drinking pig's blood, and that's how they became invincible and fought. And then not only that, this supposedly happened in 1791. All right, that's a 12-year gap. That's a 12-year gap from the battles that really gave us our independence, which took place in 1803. So what happened between 1791 and 1803? What happened? There's so much history that happened. That was my problem with it. So much history happened with that so-called event that took place in 1791, which never took place, right? And 1803, when we really fought the last battle against slavery, which was November 18, 1803. It's just ridiculous, man. Give me that.
What verse you want?
Psalm 133, verse 1.
Oh, you want the brotherly love? Come.
Yeah.
Come. We got Psalms chapter 133. Psalms chapter 133. 133 and 1. A song of decree of David.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Man, it is a beautiful thing, man. It is a beautiful thing. When you come to the ISUPK, and it's so beautiful, right? People outside of the ISUPK, they are marveled at the unity that exists in here. When they come to our cookout, they come to our Passover, they come to our event, and they like, damn, man, like, you know, y'all brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's something to behold. And the scripture says it, man. How good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is a powerful thing, man. It is a powerful thing. It is the most powerful weapon that we have. Brotherhood. Brotherhood is our weapon, man. Brotherhood is the cure for the division between the 12 tribes of Israel. Brotherhood is the cure. And the ISUPK has this brotherhood. The ISUPK is the cure. What's Azahab said? ISUPK is the vaccine. You know, everybody talking about vaccine. ISUPK is the goddamn vaccine, man.
Yeah, right.
UPK is the goddamn vaccine for all the division that exists between the Haitians, the Dominicans, you know, the Puerto Ricans, the Black Americans. ISUPK is the vaccine, man.
That's right.
What can you reproach us? You can't reproach us. All you can say is that y'all got the Puerto Ricans in there. They don't belong in the 12 tribes. That's all you can say. The Mexicans don't belong in there. That's all you can say. You cannot tell us nothing when it comes to unity, man.
That's right.
Because you know it. ISUPK is the cure for this disease that is killing us. Why? Because brotherhood dwells in the ISUPK. Read that from the top.
Psalm chapter. Behold.
Yeah.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
It is good and pleasant for us to dwell together in unity. For the Haitians and the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans and the Black Americans, Venezuela, Cuba, Jamaica, Trinidad, Mexico, all right, Peru, all right, Brazil, Argentina, what else? Martinique, Guadeloupe, all right, Venezuela, Panama, all right, all of us, man, all the people that were oppressed by Spain, by France, by England, by the Dutch, all right, by Portugal, we have to dwell together in unity. Verse 2.
Verse 2. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the bears, even Aaron's beard.
It is like the precious ointment, man. You know, when you put some oil on that beard, you know what I'm saying? You put some oil and that beard is shining, and the sisters are looking at you. God damn, you know what I'm saying? Look at that beard. Black men, grow your beard, man. Latinos, Native Indians, grow your goddamn beard. All right? This is your badge of honor. And it's such a badge of honor. The Bible is comparing brotherhood to beard that is well moisturized, man. Talking about this, my beard is not moisturized. Like,
Saturated.
I cannot see this.
Saturated.
I was running out the crib. I did not have time. I did not have time to moisturize the beard today. All right. I hope y'all
brotherhood. The brotherhood.
Right. Keep going.
Kawakan. That went down to the skirt of his garment.
Right. That went down to the fabric, man. That went down to the garments, man. All right. And this is the beauty of brotherhood, man. Brotherhood is a glorious thing. Your beard is a badge of honor. Brotherhood is a badge of honor, man, amongst the 12 tribes. That gives us honor. And when we are divided, when we have no brotherhood, we are a dishonorable people. And this is exactly what all of us are experiencing. All of us. We are all experiencing what? Dishonor. All right? They dishonor the Haitians the same way they dishonor the Black Americans. Right? And man, when I tell you, like, right now, it's the propaganda really is the fire is amongst on the internet from what I've seen so far. Dominicans, Black Americans, and Haitians, right? And most of them, if not 99% of them, are in the United States of America.
They still chilling together.
Right. It's crazy.
It's an internet thing.
That's why I say it's an internet thing.
Yeah, nobody in the streets doing
right.
it.
But you got to be careful with internet thing, man, because internet thing gonna spread, right? It's gonna spread if we don't, uproot that small tree.
Right.
All right, it's gonna spread. Now, with everything that we know about this oppression, that he's doing to all of us right here in the United States of America, you mean to tell me you can see who the problem is? Like, I have a special problem with Dominicans who lives in New York, Haitians who lives in New York, and Black Americans who lives in New York. Maybe the other cities. I'm very familiar with New York. That's why I'm saying New York specifically. But for all of us to be here in New York, we know exactly how we are all of us, we are in the same goddamn basket, man. We are in the same boat. On the same boat. And our boat is sinking. And instead of, pointing the finger like, yo, he go the bastard that put us in this boat. Let's get him. You know what I'm saying? Let's get off this boat. Because this boat is sinking. Let's get off this boat together. We are just bickering about, each other, pointing the finger at each other while our boat is sinking.
That's right.
And the oppressor is on a jet ski getting away.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. On a yacht. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. What I ask you for? Give me 1 King. 1 King chapter 12. All right. So this division, man, that you see between blacks and Latinos, it is biblical, man. It is biblical. When you go back to the book of 1 Kings chapter 11, right? I'm gonna run through that story. We did a class a few weeks back. Go watch that class. I forgot the title of that class, but go watch it. It's about our division. It has something about our division. All right, go to ISUPK IET. Go to live. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. click live and then go down, and you'll find it. All right, it's one of the English classes that we have on there. Right, we went through that history, how the kingdom was divided, how blacks and Latinos and indigenous people became divided. It was because of Solomon's sin. All right, Solomon sinned against the Most High, and it was prophesied in 1 Kings chapter 11 that the kingdom will be divided. And in chapter 12, under King Rehoboam, because he did not listen to the counsel, all right, from the men of the Lord, he didn't listen to counsel, and he caused the division, right? That was prophesied in chapter 11. The division, the split happened between the 12 tribes of Israel. That is between blacks and Latinos. You could read that story, all right? I'll recommend you read 1 King chapter 11 and 1 King chapter 12, all right? We did a whole class on it. Now we go into 1 King 12, read verse 1. There's no doubt about that, sir. Khan, Morali, Yabashishkada. Haitian people will rise again. Damn right, Cuba. All right, we got a Cuban on here. And this is the spirit, man. We got a Cuban on the live talking about Haitian people will rise again. That's the spirit, man. Guess what? Cuba will rise again.
Yeah, right.
Cubans, we all going to rise again. Haitians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, we are going to rise again. You know why? Because we are all suffering together. We are all at the bottom together. And the people who led us to captivity, the people who led us to be destroyed today, one day, the tables are going to turn. And they are going to be at the bottom. And we are going to rise above them. All right? This is why the ISUPK is important, man. To bring this brotherhood, man. To bring these 12 tribes together, man. The Cubans are from the tribe of Manasseh in the Bible. Those are our people, man. The Dominicans are from the tribe of Simeon in the Bible. These are our people. The Haitians from the tribe of Levi, our people, man. The Jamaicans, Benjamin, our people. Martinique, Benjamin, our people. Puerto Rican, Ephraim, our people. All right? Mexicans, Issachar, our people. Black Americans, Judah, our people. We are one people, man.
Right.
One people. Read that.
Khan. You got 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 1. And Rehoboam went to Shishcam, for all Israel were come to Shishcam to make him king.
Keep going.
Verse 2. And it came to pass when Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelled in Egypt.
So now this is going to be when after Solomon, the kingdom is going to come under Rehoboam, right? Rehoboam and Jeroboam, right? This is what we are reading about. Go down. We're going to skip some of it. Hold on. Let's see. Navigation. All right, read verse 4.
Khan. 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 4. Thy fathers made our yoke glorious and grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke were which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee.
And this is all Rehoboam had to do. He had to listen to counsel, and this was wise counsel. This was wise counsel to keep the 12 tribes of Israel together. And this is why it's important to not offend your brother, man. This is what we were talking about from the beginning. You cannot offend your brother and expect to be united. This is why you see the Haitians that are on the internet that are shitting on Black Americans and Dominicans and talking about we was running the entire world. I speak against them. Why? Because when you do that, because I know Haitian history, what they are saying, first of all, is a lie. It is a straight up lie. But when you do that, you are offending Black Americans, foundational Black Americans. You are offending Dominicans. You are offending Puerto Ricans. You are offending your own people because you make it seem like you are the only one out here fighting against slavery, bro.
Right.
When it is a lie. You are the only one out here ruling the entire earth. It is a lie. And what you do by doing this is you offend the other tribes. And when you offend the other tribes, what's going to happen, Pastor? Because our people, they do not have the wisdom that we have in the ISUPK to hear somebody offend them and say, you know what, I'm not going to offend you back. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, God. It's like it.
What they do, they continue that cycle. You offend the foundation of Black America, he's going to offend you back. And then the cycle continues. You offend the Dominicans by saying some lie about history, he offends you back. And then the cycle continues. And then now you justify the division.
That's right.
You justify it. This is why I say it is 2 coins, 2 sides of the same coins. Stop offending one another. Go ahead, Pete.
Oh no, you just said it. Yeah, you're going to make a split. Slot, and that's exactly what we do.
And this is what happened. He did not listen to wise counsel to lighten the burden, man. Lighten the burden, and then you're gonna have a whole, your entire people following you. How beautiful that would have been, right? We was already, one people under King David, and King David unalived so many people. When you look at the history, he had to go to civil war with Israel to get all of us together. And now, because of the sin of one man, we're going to be cursed with this division that we are still experiencing till this day. So when you see it, know that it is something that is biblical. But guess what is also biblical? Like we read in Romans 15:4, whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning.
Right.
Yes, our curse to be divided is biblical, but guess what? Guess what is biblical? What else is biblical?
Say that again.
What else is biblical? Our curse, right? To be divided is biblical. What else is biblical? Same way, in like manner. Somebody in the chat, Pete.
What else is biblical?
Biblical, yeah. Let me see YouTube. Shout out to people, our people on YouTube. Y'all bashing ISUPK Queens. All right, go up real quick. Let me see.
Salaki, what else is biblical is the message from the prophets.
What message?
The message was for us to stop bickering with each other and come together.
Our division is biblical, but guess what? The two states, Judah and Ephraim coming back together is also biblical. All right? That is the cure. Us coming together with the brotherhood in the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana. Let's go back to that scripture.
Come on. We got 1 Kings chapter
12 verse 5.
Chapter 12 verse 5. And he said unto them, depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed.
Right. He listened to the counsel. He's like, you know what? Come back in 3 days. All right, keep going.
Verse 6. And King Rehoboam consult with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived.
Those men are experienced. Those are the elders, wise men, right? And he consulted with them. Keep going.
And said, how do ye advise that I may answer this people?
What you think I should do? All right. People come here, they say, you know what? Lighten the burden so that we can all be that one family. We all gonna serve you. How should I answer them? Keep going.
Come, verse 7.
And remember that scripture. It was a beautiful scripture you went to what was that? First
Oh, 1 Corinthians
Corinthians?
12 and 26. That's
12
my
and
favorite.
26.
Yeah.
What did it say about the part, right? The body part that needed the most, I forgot how it worded, that needed the most attention, right?
If you
The rest of the body has to cater to it. So you got to look at it when you are in a position of power. What do you do with the rest of the body? Do you oppress the rest of the body, or do you care for the rest of the body? And this is what caused our division. What we're about to read here. Keep going.
Khan. 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 7. And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them and answer
Stop
them.
right there. You see the key word over here? What's the key word, Baratazar?
Servant.
Servant. Yeah, you the king. Yes, you the king. You are there to serve the people. And General Yohana says it all the time. Man. General Yohana says it all the time. We are here. We got ranks in the ISUPK. We got men under us. But guess what? When we go out there, we are serving that crackhead.
That's right.
We are serving that woman that was molested. We are serving that brother that's on drugs. That brother that's screaming against us at camp. While we at camp trying to raise him from the dust, that's asking us, you don't have a job, get a job. We are serving him. We are his servant. This is why the wisdom of the ISUPK is important, because when we go out there in the streets, guess what? Our people offend us. They offend the hell out of us. They offend the hell out of us. But guess what? Guess what we do? We have the wisdom to raise them from the dust. We're not going to offend them. We're not out there to offend our people because they are offending us. Right? We are there to serve our people. And this is the spirit that is missing from the 12 tribes of Israel, man. This spirit right here, this is the spirit of Christ. This is brotherhood, man. This is the cure for our division. Read.
Khan, if thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them and answer them and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servant forever.
They already taught it that earlier.
Yeah,
and the elders are enforcing. They are giving him wise counsel. All right? Jumination. Somebody say jumination. Hey, what's going on, Alfredo Pastor Doug? Shalom, shalom. Jumination. I like that. Right? This is wise counsel that he's getting here. Read verse 8.
Khan. Verse 8. But he forsook the counsel of the old man.
He didn't listen. He didn't care about the other body parts that were weak, that lacked. He didn't care about it. When he should have listened to the wise counsel and recognized that we are one body. If these people are coming to you and saying, lighten the burden, because these people are from the body. And if the body, you ever lay down throughout the job and your rib is laying down on your arm? You get what I'm saying? Your rib is laying down on your arm, and you want to say something, and then you're like, God damn, like, whoo, finally she got the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, right? I'm using this, it's funny. You can relate to that. But, imagine your rib never get up. At some point, you got to say, look, get up. You get what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're going to lose that arm. You get what I'm saying? You're going to lose the arm, man.
Tingling.
Right. So, this is a man that is in a position of rulership. And the arm is begging to breathe. The arm is begging, like, we need the blood to circulate. Right? The blood is not circulating. Lighten the burden, man. Like, he forsook the counsel. He didn't listen to the counsel. Keep going.
Which they had given him. and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him, and which stood before him.
Now he went and listened to the white hands. The white hands who are not experienced. And this is what's happening. A lot of the FBA, a lot of the Haitians, and a lot of the Dominicans who are going at each other, guess what? They white ends. They don't know the history. They don't understand the history. They are just ignorant. And they going at each other based on what? Based on ignorance. That's why we went to our first scripture. Whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning. You have to be learned. Before you get on the internet and spew out, hatred, know what the hell you're talking about. Because in the ISUPK, we got some hatred in our mind. We do have some hatred. But guess what? It's not directed towards our people. Like David said, man, I hate them who hate thee, who hate you. There is a righteous anger to have. You got to have a righteous anger when you are being oppressed, but not against your people. And a lot of these people, Karatazar, they are unlearned. They are unlearned and they get on the internet. They should not have internet. They should not have Wi-Fi.
Right.
They should not have a cell phone. Keep going.
Come. Verse 9. And he said unto them, what counsel give ye that we may answer this people?
And these are the white hands, man. And these white hands, they going to divide this nation, man. You keep the propaganda spreading among people who are unlearned, who are not experienced. That's why the scripture says, study to show thyself approved, man. You are not approved. You should be quiet. You should shut your mouth. This is the first thing you learn when you come into the ISUPK, man. One of the first things you learn when you come to the ISUPK is shut your goddamn mouth. Be quiet. Follow orders and be quiet. You don't have nothing to say for an entire year. You can't say nothing. Just listen, learn, ask questions, raise your hands, right? And that's what we need, man. That's what we need. We need to take the cell phone, take all NBA cell phone, all the Haitian that was ruling the entire earth and Mars and Jupiter and the moon. We need to take our cell phone, man. So y'all could be quiet and come to the ISUPK and raise your hands and ask questions and answer to men that are learned, men that are experienced, men that knows the history. So you don't go and divide this nation, man. Like Rehoboam went and listened to these unlearned men, and they divided the nation. Keep going.
Come. Who have spoken to me, saying, make the yoke which, oh man, this is brutal. Make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter.
Keep going, verse 10.
Verse 10. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee.
Okay, this is what you tell them people. This is what you tell them. They came into you and said, what? Lighten the burden. This is what you tell them. Keep going.
Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thy it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them,
go down.
My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins.
You know what this means? He said, you see my little finger?
Yes,
my little finger is going to be bigger than my father's loins. I can't use that word. You know the word. My little finger is going to be bigger than my father's loins. You know what that means? That means the burden that you are experiencing is going to increase. This is not brotherly. That's not brotherhood. That's not brotherhood. When your arm, when circulation, when the blood is not circulating in your arm because of whatever is restricting it, you don't make it worse. You don't make it worse. Otherwise, you're going to have to sever that arm. You got to lighten it. You could have, sometimes you have a rubber band, the rubber band is like, stop, it stopped the circulation. You got to, man, I got to take this rubber band off.
That's right.
The hell. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Things are purple right there.
Exactly. So just to show you the metaphor that we used earlier in 1 Corinthians with the body, he did not consider the other tribes. He did not consider the burden. And because of that, what happened? Keep going.
Verse 11. And now, whereas my father did lay you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke.
I will add to your burden. I will add to your burden. Oh, you thought you was under some type of burden under my father? Well, guess what? I'm going to add to it. I'm going to make it worse. And this is what we are doing to each other. This is what we are doing to each other. You see the Haitians are at the bottom. The media is against us. And you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make it worse for you Haitians. I'm going to make it worse for you. You see in America, man, how many times we got to lose a 12-year-old, 13-year-old by the hand of some beast, by the hand of a devil? How many times, how many sisters got lynched, on Juneteenth? I think 2 sisters got unalive, right? Lynch style on Juneteenth. And what are you going to do? You're going to talk down on the Black Americans. You're going to talk down on the Dominicans. You're going to talk down on your people when we are at the bottom, when we are suffering. This is what we are doing to each other. This is what we are doing. We are putting more burden than we can bear. We are already getting beaten down by the oppressor, all of us. All of us, we are already getting beaten down by the devil, man. Now you got to go to your brother, and your brother got to put some more yoke on top of your back. It's diabolical, man. And this is what we are doing. And we lack wisdom, man. We lack wisdom. Y'all acting like little children on the internet, man, with this division. It's crazy. It's crazy to me, Keep going.
Come. My father have chastened you with whips, but I will chasten you with scorpions.
I will chastise you with scorpions. I'm going to make it worse for you. So now read verse 12.
Verse 12. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the third day, as the king had appointed, saying, "Come to me again the third day."
Now they back. They back to listen to the good news, right? That you going to lift up the burden. That's what they expected. Why? Because that's what they inquired of. That's what they asked. And that's what should have been done. Why? Because we are one people, and you should care for the body part that needs it, that needs the attention.
That's right.
Verse 13.
Verse 13. And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old man's counsel that they gave him.
He didn't listen to the wise men. Hold that. Give me Ecclesiastes. Don't close that, right? Give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 5. He didn't listen to the wise men, right? Just like a lot of you don't listen to the ISUPK. You don't listen to the ISUPK. You go listen to Tariq Nasheed. You go listen to Brother Polite, right? Oh, they're not listening to him right now. He's in jail. Who are they listening to now? You go listen to
Nature boy. They're going
Yeah,
to
to
he's in
nature.
jail. He's also in
Jail
jail,
too.
right?
Yeah.
He's in jail.
You gonna run out of people.
Dr. York? Dr.
I think you just gonna run out of people to listen to. Just make sure it's not when it's too late. All right? Because grace, the door for grace closes. 7 and 5.
Oh,
Ecclesiastes
7 and 5?
7 and 5.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 5.
Remember, read it. And
yeah, in the right spot. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise.
it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than what?
Than for a man to hear the songs of fools.
The wise men that grew up with Rehoboam, they were fools. Fools. And they sung a song in his ear. And that's what he wanted to hear. That's what he wanted to hear. He wanted to feel like, you know what, I'm going to be the man. I'm going to be, man, my father did this to you. This is how I'm going to do it. Instead of listening to the wise man who told him, look, do this, and the people are going to serve you forever. Go back to that scripture.
First Kings, chapter 12, verse 13. Oh, no, chapter 12, verse 14. And spoke to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, my father made.
We read this already. 15, go down. We read this already. Chastise you with scorpions.
Chastise with scorpions.
Yeah, go down.
Oh,
right, go down. No, keep going. Go down. Go down.
Verse 15. We got verse 15. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ahijah, the Shilonites, unto Jeroboam, the son of Nebat.
Keep going. Verse 16.
Verse 16.
And this is the beauty, man, with the Most High that we serve, man. You know, the Lord was going to destroy Israel. But because of the spirit that Moses had, Moses stopped that from happening. Because Moses, he had the spirit of brotherhood. And because of that spirit of brotherhood, we are serving, never forget, we are serving a living power. And that living power wants to see his child step up to the plate. And that's what Moses did. At a time when the Most High is like, you know what, I'm going to destroy the entire nation of Israel and make a nation out of you. And the brotherhood that Moses showed changed that. And don't ever think we do not have that power. We have that power. All right? We have that power to call upon the Most High. Right? We have the power to do that. All right? Keep going on that scripture.
First Kings chapter 12, verse 16. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king.
Now, here comes the division. Here comes the division. Right? Keep going.
Saying, what portion have we in David?
Why should we stick with you? We don't have no portion in, this kingdom that, your father left you. Why should we stay with you when we don't have a portion? Because we ask you to, uplift the burden, and you answered us by telling us you're going to make it worse. So why should we be with you when you're not going to lift us up when we fall? And this is the division that exists between us, because we are not lifting each other up when we are down. And that is causing the division That should not exist between us. Keep going.
Come. Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse to your tents, O Israel. Now see to thy own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents.
Verse 17. So now the whole nation of Israel is going to be divided. You're going to have Judah, Benjamin, and you're going to have the other 12 tribes. And later on, they're going to kick Levi out, right? They're going to want to do so much evil. They're going to say, we need to get rid of these Haitians. We need to get rid of Levi. Right. We need to get rid of these Haitians, man. We don't need no priests over here. We're going to have our own priests.
Yeah.
That's what the Northern Kingdom did. Go back and watch that class that we did. All right. We did a whole breakdown on it. The division between, blacks and Latinos. Right. Go watch that class. Keep going. Verse 17.
Verse 17. But as for the children of Israel, which dwell in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them.
So he reigned over Judah and Benjamin, right? And then Jeroboam was divided with the other 10 tribes. Verse 18.
Then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stone, that he died. Therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee from Jerusalem.
This is what happened. This is what happened when we offend one another. When we offend one another and we don't stop it, you know what's going to happen next? We're going to stop hitting one another. We're going to stop unaliving one another.
That's right.
This is what's going to happen. This is why we have to stop this, FBA, this is Haitians, this is Dominicans, because it's going to spread. It's a disease, and disease spread. And a lot of y'all know about it. Y'all really doing some internet stuff to monetize. That's really what you're doing. Because some people who are in a very low condition on the island of Haiti and Santo Domingo, they are going to buy into that spirit and do harm to each other. Somebody in the ghettos of America who is allowing their ignorance to internalize that spirit, this is what y'all gonna cause. All right? And this is historical. This, when we went to Romans, what was that, 15:4, whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning, not just the good. It's not just the good we need to learn from, we need to learn from the bad. And this is the beauty about the Bible process, unlike any other historical records, right? Empires, when they write their history, they try to take out all the bad, right? Just like France did. France got an ass whooping from Haiti. They took that out of their history. They're like, we're not putting this in our history. Our sons are not going to learn about this ass whipping that we got from Haitians, right? Not in the Bible. The Bible, you learn about the good that David did. You learn about the bad that David did. You learn about the good that Solomon did. You learn about the bad that he did.
That's
because
right.
This is our record. This is for us to know what is it that we need to do. Also, we need to know what is it that we should not be doing. Keep going.
Come. Verse 19. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day.
Unto this day, Israel rebelled against the house of David. Now you have a split among one people. 12 tribes, one people. Now we are divided because the king didn't want to take care of the other parts of the body. Verse 20.
Verse 20.
Mhm.
And it came to pass when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was came again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation, and made him king over all Israel.
Now we have two kings. We have Rehoboam and we got Jeroboam. Rehoboam is ruling over the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, later on Levi. After Jeroboam kicked Levi out. After Jeroboam kicked the Haitians out, because now they're going to have their own priest. Now we have two kings, but we're supposed to have one. Now we have two people, but we're supposed to be one. Read.
There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribes of Judah only.
But the tribe of Judah only. When you go back to the 1 King 11, the Most High prophesied that he will leave Benjamin. So that's how Benjamin stayed in the southern kingdom. And then, of course, after Levi was kicked out, Levi joined the southern kingdom. Go to 2 King, go to chapter 17. Now, this is what happened when we get, chapter 17. This is what happened when we are divided, right? Like I said earlier, our oppressors, they benefit from our division, right? They benefit. And when we are divided, this is what happened. We're going to read about it, all right? Go to 2 Kings chapter 17.
2 Kings.
Yes, 2 Kings chapter 17. And we need to learn. This is why the scriptures, man, understanding the scriptures is life. It is life to understand the scriptures. Because what we see happening today happened thousands of years ago, man. Thousands of years ago. This is why in the book of Baruch, it says, this is the book of life. All they that attach themselves to it will find life. And all they that detach themselves to it will die. Right? I'm paraphrasing, of course. Read verse 6.
2 Kings chapter 17, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 9th year of Hosea,
Mm-hmm.
the king of Assyria took Samaria.
Samaria is where the Jeroboam and the other tribe of Israel, that's where they occupy. Why? Because the land is divided now. You got Judah, Benjamin, Levi in the southern kingdom, and you have the other 10 tribes in Samaria, the northern kingdom. So what happened when we are divided? This is what happened. Read.
And carried Israel away into Samaria.
Into Assyria.
Oh, Assyria. It's a lot.
Well,
Assyria.
Israel got carried away into captivity. Israel became slaves of the Assyrians. Why? Because when we are divided, we are not like that threefold cord. We are not strong. We are weak. We open the doors for our oppressors to oppress us some more. And in the state that we are in as a people, Jamaicans, Haitians, Dominicans, Black Americans, Puerto Ricans, I don't care. As long as you are Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians who went through the transatlantic slave trade, we are all being oppressed by the same devils. And our division only makes it easier for them to oppress us some more. That's all it does. It doesn't help us to be divided. It doesn't help the Haitians to be divided. It doesn't help the Black Americans to be divided. It doesn't help the Dominicans to be divided, the Jamaicans, the Puerto Ricans. It does not help us to be divided. The doctrine of Monroe is in full effect. It is in full effect. North, South, Central America for the white people. And not just any white people, the white people in the United States of America. All right? We're going to have to do part 2. We're going to have to do part 2 of this class. Give me Jeremiah 30. What's that? 37.
Come on.
All right? Give me Jeremiah 37. We're going to do part 2 of this scripture. Of this class.
Jeremiah. Chapter 37.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong verse 1.
Give me verse. Go ahead. Give me verse. Go down to around 15.
Come on. Jeremiah.
Hold on. That's 37.
Yeah, this is
30. What do I want? 30, 36.
What you want?
36. Give me 36. 2 sticks. Is it in 36? Go down. Let me see.
Oh, Jeremiah? I never.
No. Ezekiel. Salaki. Ezekiel.
37.
Yeah,
Ezekiel 37.
Salaki. I got the wrong prophet. Yeah.
You always go to that Psalms too.
Give it to me in Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 37.
37. Salaki. It's Jeremiah 37. I gotta read Jeremiah 37. Go down around 15, 13 or so. Down. Read verse 11. Read it from verse 11 and then read it down. All right. So what's happening to the Haitians? What is happening to the Dominicans, to the Puerto Ricans, the Black Americans? Why is this division, why is this division being spoken about? Like we haven't seen this in years. What we are seeing right now, we haven't seen it in years. This is why in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, it is my duty, all right? It is my duty to make sure that all Haitians, all Dominicans, all FBNs, is that what I say? FBNs?
FBA.
All of y'all know that y'all in the wrong spirit, man. It is my duty in the ISUPK to make sure y'all know that you are behaving like children. When I see y'all bickering, I see children. And you know why this is happening? Because y'all are dead mentally. As a people, we are dead spiritually. This is the dry bones that Ezekiel was talking about in the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. All right? This is where we are right now. We're going to start from verse 11. Our people are dead, man. The Haitian people, we are dead. When you see Haitian going against Dominicans, you are going against the Dominicans because you are dead spiritually. When you see Dominicans going against the Haitians, Dominicans are going against the Haitians because they are dead spiritually. When you see foundational Black Americans going against everybody, going against the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Mexicans, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans, you do it because you are dead spiritually, man. And in the ISUPK, we have life. You know why? Because we were dead just like you. We were just like you. Dead, ignorant, but we find life, and this life we are giving it to you. Read verse 11.
Come. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 11. Mm-hmm. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel.
These bones are the whole house of Israel. The part that Rehoboam was ruling over, the part that Jeroboam was ruling over. This is the whole house of Israel is dead. The whole house of Israel, man. Blacks, Latinos, and indigenous people, we are dead. This is why we are at the bottom of the oppressor fighting each other. This is why we are at the bottom of this society pointing the fingers at each other. Why? Because we are dead. If we were not dead, we will be united. We will be united. And we are not because we are dead. Keep going.
Behold, they said, our bones are dry, and our hope is lost.
And we are dead like for years. Dry bones. It's not like, you just died and we could do, CPR on you and, you know what I'm saying, brothers, I try to get you back. You've been dead. We've been dead for centuries, man. Why? Because of Christianity, because of Christopher Columbus and Marco Polo and Verrazano and all of them devils that came. George Washington, Napoleon. We are dead, man, because of these people, and we've been gone. Dry bones. We are lost. Keep going.
Khan. We are cut off for our parts.
We are cut off, man. We are cut off. Keep going.
Khan, verse 12. Therefore, prophecy,
You got it.
prophecy, and say unto them, thus saith the Most High Power, behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your grave and bring you into the land of Israel.
And this is exactly what we are doing in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Where you at, we going right there. We going right where you at. With that ignorant, thing y'all doing on the internet, that's the grave. Well, that's where we got to go, brothers. Huh? I guess we got to go to the graves. We got to go to the battle between the Haitians and the FDAs and the Dominicans. Let's go to the graves. We're going to get you out of the graves.
That's right.
We're going to get you out of the graves. And that's exactly what we are doing. You know why? Because we had men greater than us, wise men, not young men with no knowledge, no experience. Right? And right now, we got some young men, Paratazar, that wisdom is their grace. Like it says, I think, in Ecclesiasticus, because it's not an age thing either. Because we got some young men in the ISUPK, 19-year-old. I think we got some 15-year-old young men in the ISUPK. The wisdom that they got in the ISUPK is their gray hair.
That's right.
They are wise, young men, teenagers that could school y'all old ass FBAs and Haitians and Dominicans to get out of the grave. And we are doing it. Keep going.
Verse 13. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your grave, O my people, and brought you up out of your grave.
And when you come out of that grave, man, you better look at yourself in the back and say, God damn, what a stupid, ignorant person you was, man. Pointing the fingers at the Haitians, pointing the fingers at the Black Americans, pointing the fingers at the Dominicans, at the Mexicans. How silly were you? You're gonna realize, man, now you are alive. You got your brothers now. You got your people now. You got somebody when you fall to pick you up. You're gonna realize, man, you are not dead anymore. Keep going, verse 15, 14.
Verse 14. And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live. And I shall place you in your own land.
This is not our rest, man. This is not our rest. This is not the time for us to fight. Like, I'm an American citizen, I got my green card, I'm Dominican, I'm like, this is not our rest, man. Dominicans are being oppressed. Haitians are being oppressed. Black Americans are being oppressed. Venezuela is being oppressed. Mexico is being oppressed. Puerto Rico is being oppressed. All right. Jamaica is being oppressed. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we are being oppressed. This is not our rest. This is not our home, man. When we are home, we are going to rule over our oppressors. Home. That is the kingdom of heaven. When we are ruling over the people who caused us to be divided today, man, who benefits from our division. 15.
Come. Verse 15. Oh, we didn't finish.
Read 15.
Oh, come. Verse 15. The words of the Lord came again unto me, saying, verse 16. Moreover, the Son of Man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companion. Then,
so one state is going to have Judah and Judah's companion. Under King Rehoboam, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That is one state. So on one state, you got Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? The other one, keep going.
come. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim.
For Joseph, the stick of Ephraim. Ephraim today is the so-called Puerto Ricans. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the so-called Black Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, people from Martinique and Guadeloupe, and Trinidad will be Benjamin. Keep going.
Come. And for all the house of Israel, his companion.
And for all the house of Israel and his companion. So you're going to take those two people, those two stakes, and do what with them? Keep going.
Come. Verse 17. And join them one to another.
And join them one to another. This is the prophecy. This is what must happen. Yes, our division is biblical. What you see going on between the Haitians and Dominicans, it is biblical, man. You could go back to the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and read that. Right? How long we've been bringing this out, Protestants? We've been bringing this out forever.
69.
Since 1969. This division is biblical. Guess what? The cure for this division is also biblical. The cure is for us to come together. Right? Brotherhood is going to heal this nation, man. Keep going.
Come. Into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand.
And we must become one people, man. That's what must happen. Haitians and Dominicans must become one. I know it sounds impossible. I know it sounds impossible. But this is the will of the Most High God. In the ISUPK, we don't submit ourselves to the ways of this world, right? We don't submit ourselves to the will of our oppressors. We submit ourselves to the will of the Most High God. And in the ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, we are going to bring those two states, Blacks and Latinos, we are going to bring them together. We are bringing them together. I am Precinct Officer 5000 Yatazaba lawyer in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. See me next week, Monday, for the English class, all right, 7 to 9 p.m. We went overtime today. Sunday will be the Creole class, all right, 7 to 9. And just watch out for our classes throughout the week. Make sure you subscribe to ISUPK headquarters, subscribe to ISUPK Harlem, New York, and subscribe to ISUPK IET. If you just came on, the class is on YouTube. Go to YouTube and watch the class from beginning to the end. We'll see y'all again next week. With that, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua B'Rakatam, Yahweh Shema Alatam Ba'Hashem Yahushua. What I just said, may the Most High God, in the name of Christ, in the name of Jesus, right, as we call him ignorantly, bless you. May the Most High Christ, in the name of Yahweh Shai, that we call ignorantly Jesus, watch over you. Shalom Israel.